Hey folks! Today's video is for all you game developers out there, especially those who are just starting. When I first started my game development, there were a few things I wished I knew. One of these is folder management. In this video, I'll be sharing some tips on how to manage your folders and files when working on a game. Tip number 5 might surprise you. And keep an eye on the cat. So the first tip would be organizing your files. This sounds very obvious, but hear me out. When working on a game, you will likely have a lot of different files. Code, artwork, audio, scenes if you're working with Godot. So it's important to organize it in a logical way so they can always find what you're looking for without extra hustle. But Madge, isn't that a lot of folders? Well, yes, they are, but they don't impact your game in any way negative, but rather make it a lot more dynamic and easy to get the stuff you need. And in that regard, tip number 2 is name your files describing their content. For example, if you have an image of a character, name the file something like character.png instead of the default. This will make it a lot easier to find the file later on, especially if you have a lot of similar files. This has helped me immensely while making the VVX for my samurai game as well. Which brings us to the third tip. Always back up your files. You never know when something might go wrong, so it's important to have a backup of your work. You can use a cloud storage service like Dropbox or Google Drive to automatically back up your files, or you could manually do it by uploading it to a USB or cloud service like Mega Upload, or you can email it to yourself as well. I would also like to add that when coding, if you update your old script or make an improvement or adjustment, don't delete the old code. Just comment it and keep it as a failsafe until you're sure everything is working as intended. But my old code is spaghetti. Yes, I know. But a wise man once told me, the code that works is better than nothing. Which brings us to tip number 4. This means deleting the files that you no longer need. The wise man might be correct, but you don't need the extra rubbish. Organizing your files regularly helps you avoid clutter and makes it easier to find the files you actually need. Which brings us to the final tip, is documenting. It's a super useful habit to learn, especially with working with more than one person. And I find it super useful when I get burnt out from a project and take some time to rest. When I come back, I don't need to spend hours figuring out what I was doing because I could read the documents. If you guys want, I could make a short video on the different ways of documenting. That's it for today's video. Hope you found these tips helpful. Remember, good folder management is crucial for any game development project. So take the time to organize your files properly. If you have any other tips for game development, to share them in the comment section to help me out and help your fellow game devs. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching. This is The Majestic. Peace out.